Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I just want to say, May the 4th be with you. Today is Star Wars Day. Now, I was corrected on Twitter. It's not technically Star Wars Day because apparently Star Wars came out originally at the end of the month sometime. I wasn't born back then. I was not alive back then. So for me, May the 4th is Star Wars Day. But I think we can all agree, whether it is or it's not, it's a fun day to celebrate. So because I'm a glutton for punishment, I decided to spontaneously create an art piece for today, yesterday. And of course, I decided to do one of the hardest mediums for me to work with, being spray cans. And I have so much fun with it as far as the idea is concerned. Like, I love the way that the colors come out, but I just can't really, my brain does not really process how stencils work and how you layer it. So you're going to enjoy a very interesting journey that did end up being, well, not terrible, but not great. And yeah, just kind of follow along with me as I tell you where my journey with Star Wars began, who my favorite characters are and why, and just have some fun celebrating Star Wars today together. And of course, you might notice that my shirt says, "Welcome to the Rebellion," part of that crowd that stands and supports with Gina Carano, but mainly just Star Wars. If you're interested in a shirt like this, what's really fantastic is the fact that with these shirts, all the proceeds go towards a charity. And if I'm not mistaken, the shirts this month, I believe, are going towards veterans as far as the money that comes from it. So if you're interested in this shirt and you like the way that it looks, you can always head over to Drunk 3PO channel and you can watch some really cool videos about Star Wars and also see his merchandise there, or follow him on Twitter to find out more information about it. But without further ado, let's talk some Star Wars. So originally I went to college for graphic design, so I just quickly made a mock-up of what I was wanting on Photoshop just to kind of have an idea of where my stencils needed to go. And of course, if you're making stencils, that means a lot of tedious cutting around edges, but thank God for coffee, because that just kind of keeps you calm. So first, getting into Star Wars, I was really little. I was a wee one. And my brother was really into Star Wars. And of course, as my older brother, I was kind of into whatever he was into for a short time. And the first person that got my attention in Star Wars, like a lot of little girls, was Princess Leia. She had gorgeous, long, incredibly long brown hair. And I just, for whatever reason, kind of idolized women that had really long hair. And I've always wanted long hair. I've always had long hair. Probably will always have long hair. It's just my thing. Sometimes I think about cutting it a little bit shorter, but I just don't. So she was the first person that got me interested in Star Wars. And then the person after that I would say intrigued me about Star Wars, because as much as I love Princess Leia, honestly, I can't explain it, but my favorite character has always been Darth Vader. Yeah, I don't know why. There's just something about him. I know of other little girls that he's their favorite character as well, and I cannot explain it. Maybe it's creepy. I don't know. I'm not going to get too psychological about it, but I just find him to be a very interesting character. Besides, of course, being covered entirely in black, I just think that his silhouette, his appearance, his dominance, the mystery behind him. I can't say that that's necessarily what drew me to him as a child, but just kind of looking at it from an adult perspective now, he just is a really, really cool character. Very powerful and just strong in the Force. And again, that air of mystery about him, which is, of course, why we got our prequels, so we could kind of figure out, where did this guy come from? So the prequels came out when I was a kid, and I was starting to like Star Wars, but then The Phantom Menace came out, and I was around the same age, I would say, as Jake Lloyd, aka young Anakin Skywalker. And I, like most kids, I liked movies where kids were kind of the star of the film, or they at least had a really big part. And Phantom Menace, while I know and understand now more as an adult why some people have opposing opinions about the film, I get it now that I understand more of the Star Wars lore and everything like that. But as a kid, and just watching it for the magic and the mystery of it all, I found it to be a very intriguing story. I'm all about stories. And the characters that were created were just phenomenal. In The Phantom Menace, I was really intrigued by Qui-Gon Jinn, who of course is played by the amazing Liam Neeson. And there's just something about Qui-Gon Jinn that is just, again, like Darth Vader, just a very powerful presence, but unlike Darth Vader, who of course creates a feeling or a sensation of terror, or is very intimidating, Qui-Gon Jinn is peaceful. He's intimidating in a different way, I think, because you almost feel like you need to respect him, even though he's not necessarily demanding it. I don't want to paint him in a negative way. It was just, in my opinion, found him to be, along with Mace Windu, pretty much the ideal Jedi Master. Qui-Gon, like I said, just had a peaceful but direct approach to things, and I don't know, I just thought he was a really, really great character, and so that's why he makes it onto my little poster here. And he and Obi-Wan Kenobi were just such a great pair, and Obi-Wan Kenobi was a fantastic Jedi Master as well, and I kind of notice and think that in the other prequel movies, Obi-Wan's character kind of reflects some of the characteristics of Qui-Gon. They just have a peaceful but powerful impact on people, and so I don't know if that was intended or not, but I think it's really great that Ewan McGregor was, in my opinion, able to kind of mimic Qui-Gon Jinn's character in some aspects as he grew. Now, I had thought about including The Mandalorian and Baby Grogu into my poster, because while the originals caught my attention and the prequels pretty much solidified my love for and respect for the films, honestly, after that, it was just kind of like Star Wars was in a lull. The Mandalorian was just kind of a breath of fresh air. But I had already been a Star Wars fan before that, so I thought I would just keep them for a different project. Now, another character that caught my attention, and I think a lot of people's attention, was Darth Maul. We really didn't see an alien creature of this magnitude in the originals, and he definitely made a statement. I mean, everybody remembers that moment when he ignited the other half of his lightsaber, and that was just mind-blowing. And I'm a little sad that we didn't get to know more about him in the film, but at the same time, I think that generates a lot more interest. Don't necessarily need to expand on a character for you to love them more. Sometimes mystery is a good thing. Now, I'm just not really that great with spray paint art. I just don't have the brain to think about how it all's supposed to work. So I had to go in and touch things up with my acrylic paint and my brush, my good old-fashioned handy-dandy paintbrush, and just fix whatever needed fixing. Of course, it didn't make everything perfect, but that's okay. I do kind of wish that I hadn't outlined the letters of Star Wars, because at that point I was just tired and frustrated and just in a rush to finish it. And it leaves it lacking, kind of looks like a 7-year-old did it, but that's okay. You know, you just grow, you go with it, and appreciate it later on. I mean, it is my very own poster. It's not like I'm selling this. But all in all, it came out pretty cool. This is a picture of what it looks like. And it's pretty cool, but it's not up to my standard. And so I often say Photoshop covers a multitude of sins. Thank God for Photoshop. So with a little love and attention to detail, I get something just a little bit more impressive. So yeah, guys, that would be my personalized poster. Here you can see it is in original form here, no photoshopping. It is quite large. What I think is so great about this project that I decided to do was the fact that I have a literal one-of-a-kind craft production piece right here because of the fact that how many other people, there's probably like only 3 other people in the world who love Princess Leia, Qui-Gon Jinn, Darth Maul, and Darth Vader the way that I do and would actually piece them together on a piece of artwork. So that's pretty cool. You may have noticed that I have changed shirts. I am now currently featuring the lovely Gina Carano's character of Cara Dune, and it says, "Welcome to the Rebellion." I handmade this design on Adobe Illustrator, and I was trying to get it available for people through Teespring, but it didn't work out. They told me that I violated some kind of term and condition. And of course, in true Teespring fashion, they did not tell me, even after several emails asking what I did wrong, they did not tell me. That's okay. We'll just move on from there. I was able to get this shirt from Teespring, but I'm working towards getting it available through my Etsy shop, along with some prints of my Cara Dune chibi character. I had some people that were interested in having this, and so I decided to make it available. This piece is a little bit smaller. I'm going to try to get them a little bit larger, poster-like quality, and so hopefully that will be up and running soon on my Etsy shop. I'm looking forward to that. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Hope to see you again on this channel. I love being able to communicate with you guys in the comment section. You leave some wonderful things to read. Feel free to connect with me on Twitter. I have found quite the community there, a lot of supporters, and I appreciate all of you. And it really touches my heart when you share and like my artwork. You can't even imagine. So please have a wonderful rest of the May the 4th and enjoy Revenge of the 5th. And when the actual Star Wars Day comes around, may you enjoy that just as much as we are today. Have a great rest of the day. Bye.